Kenny Schindler. How you doing?
Good.
George over here.
Yeah, George.
We want to do a little interview with you.
That's all right.
And I guess the reason is because way back when I first started with Superstock, Mike Pacelli got me involved in this. And George is a partner in Mike's. Even Joe, who's the camera leader, partner with that. I don't know. I just remember from Ohio Valley.
Everywhere.
Well, everywhere. But I'm just talking in the beginning. In the beginning. And you always had a big block stick shift car back then. And who was the guy we were talking about? Yesterday. Damn it, we lost our.
Yeah, I know.
We're getting old.
That's what I say. We done lost our mind.
We can't think
Not
of
Dickie
everybody.
Oldie.
No, Pritchett.
Oh, Larry Pritchett.
Larry Pritchett.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
So it was you and Larry Pritchett. I know were there for sure because I don't remember a lot, but I remember this. I had a Doug Nash 4-speed behind a 351 Cleveland in one of the first GT cars. So this was like a Fairmont, like a white. Stoney built the car. I love the car, no doubt. I just couldn't afford the thing. But we went there to Ohio Valley with a flat trailer, open trailer, and a borrowed truck, and I run that thing, and I broke the shifter, the T-handle off the thing. So I don't know. I went up to you and you said, "Oh, yeah. You gotta V it out." Right?
Yeah,
and you got welded up. And Larry Pritchett told me the same thing.
Yeah, you got to V it out and put a stud down in the middle of it and weld it. That's exactly what it is.
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah. So, I just remember that. So I remember talking to you about that. Got to V it out.
V it out.
Yeah, and Pritchett, same thing. Got to V it out.
Yeah.
So anyway, we did that. But of course, that's a long time ago. But since then, we started racing a little more, obviously. Get here when we can. And I see you here with, the Corvettes. You had a red one.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the red one. We just
that
had
is the red one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you worked out of Arts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, but early on, let's put it this way. How old were you? What year was it when you started this, and why did you start it?
Start racing?
Yeah. Where are you from? How did it all begin back then?
We were the first year up here in 1970. I brought a B-stock 69 Camaro.
Okay.
And that was kind of one of the first. I had raced a street car. And
where'd you race the street car
at Ohio Valley.
Okay.
And,
so you lived near? Lived near there?
I lived across the river in Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Okay.
Right across the river from
Louisville. Okay.
And of course, Ohio Valley was right outside of Louisville on the south side. But that's kind of where I started out.
Where did Mike Cowan fit into all that?
Well, Mike lived about maybe 10 or 15 miles from me.
Okay.
And
so that was kind of like a hub for stock and super stock racing. Conway went.
We had Conway, Bill Felker, Mike Cowan.
Yep.
Kenny Morris.
Kenny Morris, whose car is here today.
Yeah.
Right, with Dave Dupps driving it.
Yep. And I'm trying to think of the guy that started the first pro stock car. He started a 69.
Billy?
No, it was had a speed shop in
It's okay.
Jacksonville.
It's okay. We're showing our age. We can't remember shit.
Well, that was like I say, like you said, it was kind of a hub around there.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of super stock
It was a hotbed
in that area.
Yep.
And, well, I kind of started.
So you'd bracket race a little bit at Ohio Valley.
Yeah, just
so then
bracket
why did you switch over to stock super stock?
We started a stocker, had a 64 Chevelle when I first started out. It was a K stick car, 327 250 with a 4-speed.
Yep.
Started out with it, then we kind of increased.
When you say we, who's
me and my brothers.
Oh,
I had two. Actually, I got 8 brothers and 2 sisters, but my 2 brothers, we started out with the Chevelle. Then I kind of mixed up with Bill Felker, and we got take that back. I had a silver 69 Camaro to run J stock with, and that was our original really stock car. Then they changed it over to super stock, and we just put a different camshaft in it and run it in super stock L6. So we kind of run it for a long time, and then I said, I'd like to have a big buck in there, so we built a 396 3.25, put it in the silver.
So again, back to we. You and your brothers both worked on the engine?
Yeah, me and my brother.
And was Cowan already doing machine work and
stuff back then? He was doing machine work, and he worked on the cylinder heads a little bit, and kind of done A lot of carburetors and stuff.
Okay.
He done a lot of carburetors.
Okay.
The quadra jets, learned a lot on the quadra jets
Yeah.
and stuff from Mike.
Yeah.
He was really good on those.
Yeah.
And, but it kind of started out from there. We put a big block in it. Then I got hooked up with Bill, and I got the 67 Camaro.
Yeah.
And it went to stick shift. He run the automatic. I run the stick shift.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were kind of back and forth there.
Sure.
And run it for a while. I guess 1985, I guess 84, 85 is when I bought the other car from Bill, because it was actually one of Bill's cars, one of the first ones he drove.
Okay.
The 67 I bought.
Okay.
So we kind of actually got. I bought that car from him, kind of went into it myself, and that's when I moved back to Tennessee. So I just run, you know, for as long as I could up until I think in '91 is when John Livingston built the orange and red and yellow Corvette that had Tennessee Thunder on it.
Okay.
That was the E-stick car I got.
Okay.
So I drove it for a long time, and finally ended up there several years later, I think 97, 98.
When Art came in?
No, we put an automatic in it when John had it, and I run the automatic with it for a long time. So then I kind of helped. There was a guy named Glenn Young. He bought this car from Butch Williams.
Okay.
The red
this is the
car.
old Butch Williams. Okay.
So
I remember that.
Yeah, he bought that car from Butch Williams, and his.
Wait a minute, didn't Conway have one?
Yeah,
similar?
Conway had one. I'm trying to think who bought it. Somebody bought.
Nemeth ended up with
Yeah,
it
John
eventually.
Nemeth ended up with it.
Okay.
He did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
he
did,
ended
but
up
did
with it.
Conway have the car about the same era that Butch Williams did, or Butch Williams a little later?
Butch was a little bit later
Okay.
than Conway.
Okay.
Conway kind of started the deal when they put the big motor in it that they wouldn't let him run
They
the
wouldn't
big
run it.
motor in it.
They
Right.
would.
Yeah. And,
Wasn't that the definition of why Mopar created AA?
Yeah, that's
because of Conway's double A car.
One of the difference. Yes, it was one of the difference.
So what we're
And,
talking about is a 70
Yeah.
454
450.
450 horse car that at the time was outrunning the Hemi cars.
Yeah,
Is that right?
It was outrunning the Hemi car.
So I mean,
and they.
so then
they
Mopar ends up developing. Well, we need our own class.
Well, see, it was kind of the same ordeal with this car with 38.
Yeah.
You know, he started out in a Superstock D automatic, and they kind of fussed over that, so they moved him to C automatic, and he was still in with the Packers and stuff. But
So thinking about this right now, I mean, I watched the Hemi shootout, you know, with the guys the last couple days, and it was one of the best Hemi shootouts that I can ever remember. But from what you're telling me, I mean, that's cool. I'm happy with Chrysler and all that.
Yeah.
But what you're telling me is that they could create an AA shootout or a Superstock A shootout with 450 horse 454s and have a whole bunch of, even put a Camaro or a Corvette, whatever in there,
They could have
and
been.
it could be a badass class.
Well,
a
see,
heads-up class.
that was the same as the 69 Camaro with the L88 in it.
Yeah, okay.
See,
Yep.
but the worst part about them, and just like they are right now, they're a 1.4 barrel car, and that's it.
Scotty Wilcox had like a 67.
Yeah,
in A.
he had a 67 in A. Something went. I don't know exactly what happened there. Where that motor, some reason it wouldn't fit in there, or they started out making a 396 4.25 horse. And then they said that car couldn't run A, so they started running B and C with those cars. They moved them from A to B and C.
Right.
So there was an ordeal over that, you know, with it being a 396. And
Yeah.
it wasn't, you know, I guess it wasn't factored enough to put it in A, or the weight deal was, they couldn't, it was, it had to be like 2,800 and some odd pounds. And they couldn't get the cars even light enough for them.
So then tell me how Arts came in. Arts
Okay,
and Brandon Wilkson, right, with the stick shift Corvette.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
bring that in.
When Brandon, when they started out, Art helped Dickie Ogles for years and years.
Okay.
And that's the way they went. Well, when Brandon come into the picture, the grandson, he wanted to race. So Art asked Dickie if he would sell the Camaro. And Dickie actually bought a Corvette from Michael something up on the East Coast that had the Corvette. I can't
They'll
remember.
know. The people watching will know, but
but,
it's okay.
but he bought that car from him. Well, Art bought the white Camaro from Dickie, the Silly Bear car, and they painted it blue. Brandon wanted to paint it blue. So they actually started out with the 427 L88 deal, and you know, they run it for a year or so, and it was decent, but it wasn't really, I think, up to snuff what Brandon wanted to be. So and Art didn't want to be there either. So whenever he called me, I was working for Glenn Young then. I was driving this car for him and working on his stuff. Art called me and asked me if I would come help them work on their stuff and everything.
So you built the engines for those cars?
Yeah. When he got me, he bought. See, Glenn had bought the orange and red and yellow Corvette, the Tennessee Thunder car, when I went to work for him down there, and I drove it. And I drove the red one. Several times, but then when Art come into the picture, Art called me and wanted to know if I'd come to work for him and do that. Well, he bought the orange car from Glenn, and also he bought the red car from Glenn. He bought both of them.
Right.
So Brandon, we put the big block in it with the automatic. We put an automatic in it.
Right. I know that.
Automatic.
I know that. Yeah.
And we put it in there for a couple of years, and they finally wanted to paint it, so they got it painted the blue with the flames on the front of it.
Look good.
We just, you know, we kind of run it, and I run mine in B automatic. He run his in A automatic.
So why did the stick shift thing come into play? Well, number one, you had experience with the stick.
Yeah.
What's one thing? But go ahead.
Brandon, he asked me, he said, I would like to drive a stick shift.
Really?
And I said, hey, I'm telling you, it's fun.
Yeah.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is definitely fun. And I told him, he said, well, let's put a stick shift in yours and put one in the other one. I said,
no,
wait a minute,
one's enough.
One is enough. I said, I can only handle one at a time, you know.
Yeah.
But we finally, Gary Jennings, we took it down. He done all the work on it, made the slides on the transmission.
Nice.
I mean, really.
So you put
easy
a Liberty?
No, we put the Jericho in there. It was a 5-speed Jericho. We just took the 30. But it was, we done that, got everything done. He really enjoyed it. He enjoyed it.
I know he did.
But now like I say, he won the Route 66 Nationals and up here with the A automatic car. He done really good. Yeah, he done really good with the A automatic car. And that was in 2000. Well, when we got everything, it was in 2004. And it was about 08, 09, right around that area. I think that he wanted to really put a stick shift in.
Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. So what year did you say you started?
1970? 1970. Yeah.
And what year is it now?
2024. Yeah. It's been a long time. I've been around a long time.
All right.
But no, he wanted to drive. He really enjoyed the stick shift car.
Yeah.
You know, we worked on it. And we got the clutch from Charlie Westcott. I mean,
even back then.
Yeah, it was, it was really, Charlie done a good job on it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was really good.
Yeah, he don't play.
No. But we got, he run it for a while, a good while. Well, I mean, it's still there. It's still in the garage.
Yeah.
But he's just, when Art passed away in 2017, he just kind of lost interest in it a little bit.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And done it like that.
Because when we race out here, it's, of course we love our cars, but, people got a lot to do with it, right?
Well, when Art passed away, he told me about it 2 years before. He said, that car's yours. He said, I don't care what happens. He said, that car's yours.
That's cool.
So he gave me it.
Yeah.
Gave me the trailer and everything.
Nice.
And I just, he was really.
Oh yeah,
There's
there's plenty of them out there. That's a good.
But other than that, we've just been kind of rolling along.
So you ever think about maybe pulling Brandon's car out for a couple of hits down the track?
I mean, he told me I could do it anytime
just for fun.
Well, now
I know it's some work.
I've driven it a couple times.
Yeah,
let me tell you, it
but I
is
mean,
a-
as of late.
Yeah, no,
as of late.
I haven't thought about doing that. We just kind of had 6 runs on it. It's all free.
Yeah.
I just took the rocker arms all off of
Yeah,
it, laid
yeah.
everything on the table, got everything closed up, got
Yep,
everything done. And it's just been sitting there. Back to the clutch, everything's fresh in the clutch.
Yep,
and
yep.
everything. So, but he told me about, toward the end of last year, he said, I want to get it out of you.
Good,
But
good.
I'm just kind of.
I hope he does.
He said, I want to get over a few things and stuff.
Yeah. I hope we see him out here again.
I said, all you got to do is let me know when we do it.
Perfect.
I said, we'll get it going.
Good.
But other than that, like I say, we've just been kind of hanging out and running the best we can and doing the best.
Well, I'm glad you're here doing it,
Well,
and I appreciate you talking to us. I mean, we've had
we've
a good Indy no matter what. I'm going home too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The transmission, I got to get it to Rossford. Something happened to the second gear in it, and I knew it when I run Jeremy for class. When it went into second gear, it kind of jerked and shuddered a little bit,
Yep.
and then I thought that don't usually do that.
Right.
And I thought, well, I drove it around a little bit. It felt right good, but under power, I guess there must be something there.
Sure.
I got another one put out. I'll put it in and send this one up to Rossford and get it redone.
Yep. So you're not going to be on the couch. You're going to be under the car.
Oh yeah, we'll be under the car. We'll be under the car for a while.
All right.
But it won't be. It won't take long to change it. It takes us about 45 minutes to change it.
All right. Very good, Kenny. Thank you again
Hey,
so
I
much.
appreciate y'all very
All
much.
right.
I really do.
All right.
Nice meeting you too.